Hello and welcome to the UpBeat, the all good news show here on OTN. I'm Owen Taylor.
I'm Casey Lang.
And I'm Audrey. Let's get into the news. Bobby Wilson has always had a passion for helping people's communities through his love for gardening. Now Wilson is an agricultural veteran and he has continued to facilitate change. According to We Inspire, Wilson has invested his retirement money into Metro Atlanta Urban Farm. Metro Atlanta Urban Farm's goal is to help marginalized families and to promote equity for farmers of color. Bobby Wilson and the team at MAUF believe that every person, no matter your background, deserves fair and affordable access to fresh produce, free of pesticides and fertilizers. Now over to Owen.
2 weeks ago in New York, the United Nations finally agreed to protect our oceans. This newly passed treaty will establish marine protected areas across the ocean to protect wildlife and share genetic resources from the sea. According to BBC, the treaty will limit the amount of fishing, deep sea mining, and shipping lanes across the globe. The treaty is set to protect over 30% of the world's ocean and mark these areas as protected by the UN. This is one step closer to the pledge made in December for biodiversity and to get 2/3 of the Earth's land and oceans protected by 2030. Over to Casey.
Jason Derulo made a lucky waiter's tuition bills a lot easier to pay this year after tipping him $5,000. According to Today, the recipient, Jordan Schaefer, served Jason and his family at his restaurant in Omaha, Nebraska. Schaefer tells the singer that this tip will pay for his semester at college. After the fact, both Schaefer and Derulo posted TikToks about this encounter. This truly was a shift that Schaefer will never forget. Jamie Day is a second-grade teacher at R.E. Baker Elementary School in Bentonville, Arkansas. Caroline Carlson is one of her students. On the final day of Spirit Week at their school, the theme was Superhero Day, where students were required to dress as their favorite superhero. Rather than dressing as a fantasy from the big screen, Carlson took it upon herself to dress up as a real-life superhero. None other than her teacher, Miss Jamie Day. According to Fox News, the two even coordinated outfits. I think it's safe to say that Miss Day might have a new favorite student. Back over to Owen.
Imagine singing the national anthem at a packed arena when all of a sudden your microphone goes out. Last week for singer Natalie Morris, this wasn't just a nightmare, this was reality when her microphone malfunctioned immediately at a Toronto Maple Leafs game. Luckily, a crowd of over 18,000 fans came to the rescue and helped Morris out. Take a look.
Oh, say can whose broad stripes
I don't know about you, but I personally think that every team should dedicate one game per year to the fans singing the anthem. I mean, these fans got pipes, man. All right, over to Audrey.
Meet Mackenzie Strong. Mackenzie Strong does not let her blindness and albinism bring her down. Instead, she uses it as a superpower to navigate her life. According to We Inspire, Mackenzie has broken barriers as a swimmer and by becoming a pageant winner. At first, she entered in pageants just for fun, which ended in her becoming Miss Round Lake Area 2022. On top of that, Strong also swims for her college against able-bodied individuals, confirming to her that she deserves her position in the sport. These experiences are and will continue to be a confidence boost for Strong. This is Jamie. Jamie has tackled many of life's most difficult struggles. This led Jamie into multiple cycles that continuously led to dead ends. According to the NADAP, Jamie was struggling with mental illness, debt, and homelessness. During these periods, Jamie did not have any sense of hope of a better life. Through the help of the NADAP, Jamie has seen the light at the end of the tunnel. This light has allowed her to see that no matter your situation, you always have the ability to find motivation to live a stronger and healthier life. I would say that Jamie is living proof of this statement. Now over to Owen.
Jean Bailey is 102 years old and is a fitness instructor in Omaha, Nebraska, and has been for the last 15 years. She teaches at her local senior living community called Elk Ridge Village, where about 10 to 12 residents attend her class 4 days a week. According to Bailey, she encourages everyone to just move, but she can be strict about the motions sometimes. According to Bailey, the secret to her longevity is probably genes, but really there's no secret. She's just a woman who loves to move. Over to Casey.
In 2009, Brenda Rivera sent a text to the wrong number. This year, in 2023, Brenda and that text recipient, Isaiah Stearns, will celebrate 13 years of marriage. It all started when Brenda thought she texted a Bible verse to her friend. This text message led to a call from Isaiah, which eventually led to them meeting up, and the rest is history. According to Today, the two quickly fell in love after their first meetup. 14 years and 6 kids later, their love is stronger than ever. Our next segment is called Man on the Street, and oh man, do we have a segment for you.
All right, we're going outside again. Or this time we're outside.
Outside now.
We're moving around today. We moved around a little bit last time. So let's get to it. I'm Owen.
I'm Casey.
And I'm Audrey.
And let's see it.
Man, oh man, are we on the street? Follow me. Best part of your week?
Best part, I'd say coming back here to see my roommate again.
That's so wholesome.
I also learned how to tie a shoe with like one bunny ear.
Tie a shoe with one
bunny ear. For like the entirety of my life, I was doing the double bunny.
Probably going to Albany to watch the March Madness games.
Whoa! How'd you get that to happen?
One of my friends got us tickets, and we drove up, and we had a great time.
Got let out of recitation early.
We love getting out of class early. What class was it for?
Anthropology.
Oh, my favorite part of my week is my creative writing club on Mondays. This week we went out and put poetry quotes on the sidewalk with chalk. It was really fun.
I can't tell you the favorite part of my week yet, but coming up, we're NIPERG and we have a menstrual product drive, so if you guys want ours, definitely come to it.
Meg!
Oh, Meg! We found you! We found her! Meg Craig, everyone, in the wild. On Thursday nights, I have date night with my husband, and we always go to a pizza.
Coming back to school and seeing all of my friends after a week of seeing them in Florida.
That sounds wonderful. What about you?
The weather today!
The weather today, absolutely. What about you guys?
Being one of my greatest friends right here on such a beautiful day outside here in Syracuse means a lot to me, you know?
It is a beautiful day. We love seeing our friends. Nice weather.
It's a beautiful day outside here in Syracuse, New York. What's there to be sad about? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Well, I'm here visiting my son, Tommy. I'm from California. This is his first year here at SU.
Enjoy the weather today. The weather during spring break here was horrible because there was a snowstorm for a couple of days, so I couldn't really go outside.
Yeah. I was getting 4 free Kids Roy tickets for tonight.
Wait, you were in the mosh,
and I got 4 free tickets.
What was the best part of your week?
Warm weather. Coming back to warm weather from spring break.
Warm weather. What are you doing in this warm weather today?
I'm about to walk all the way from BBB to Ernie to get lunch. Ooh, it's that warm.
Right, that was great, guys.
Great fun.
That was great.
Amazing, one might say.
So many good answers, such great weather, a lot of weather answers.
One of our best ones yet, I think.
I would have to agree with you.
Absolutely, one of our best ones yet. We'll see you guys back at the studio. Welcome back to the studio here at OTN. Guys, we have one more segment for the show. Last week, for our last segment, we talked about the little things. Now we're talking about movies.
Cinema.
Cinema.
The theater.
Grab your popcorn.
Exactly. At home, grab your popcorn. Grab your popcorn, because we're going to be talking about movies and the types of movies that we just love, starting with guilty pleasure movies. Audrey, what's a guilty pleasure movie that you just love?
Okay.
You're welcome.
Well, I guess I'm in this position now. But I would say definitely How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, because duh. I Oh my gosh. I
we
don't know.
start the C-block
Yeah,
over?
can we start it over? I don't know what happened there.
Did you almost drop the F-bomb?
Yeah, I did. I was about to say, oh fuck. I don't know why I forgot Matthew McConaughey's name.
It's just Maddie.
Help her out
Wait.
next time. It's on your list too.
Wait, I thought Casey was doing it. That's why it threw me off.
I
I was
know.
so confused.
I can do it.
But
I'll
that's just
start.
that's
I'll
just a me
start.
problem.
I'll start and then you.
I'll get
you
over
can,
it.
So you don't have to start again.
Let me know when you guys are ready.
Okay. Yeah.
We're ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the studio here at OTN for our last segment of the show, guys. Last time we talked about the little things that make us happy. Now we're going to be talking movies.
Cinema.
Cinema.
Theater.
The theater. We're going to be talking about movies, so get your popcorn at home because we're going to be talking about all different types of movies that we love. Starting off with guilty pleasure movies. I'll start. Casey doesn't like when I start with her.
Because first is the worst. So Owen naturally will start.
Okay. A guilty pleasure movie that I love is called The Internship. It's got Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn. It is cheesy, but I love it. It's about like old guys that like try to get an internship at Google and they're salesmen, but like all these young whippersnappers, like, you know, they're so much better.
No,
You know,
Owen Wilson is amazing.
he's so great.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
No. Like,
Yeah.
I was doing impressions
last
again.
Yeah, we were doing.
We did
I
that
feel
last
like we were
time.
doing Owen
I
Wilson
think-
impressions
yeah,
last
I
time.
think so. Or you were. I definitely
Maybe I was.
couldn't.
It was great. Go watch the movie, The Internship. All right, Casey, what is a guilty pleasure movie that you
So
love?
I think this is one Audrey and I share in common, and it's obviously How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Obviously.
It's a go-to movie of mine. Matthew McConaughey, can't go wrong. You have to watch a movie if Matthew McConaughey's in it. And I think, honestly, it's probably what got me into journalism because they both work for magazines.
Yeah.
So I think that's really what got me here, I guess. So we can shout out that movie.
I've never
for
seen it.
movie
And
here.
shout out Matthew McConaughey.
You need to watch it.
Help.
We're going to have a
Is it like a
viewing
funny
party.
movie?
It's a
It's
rom-com.
good. I think it's
I'm
a
not a
rom-com,
rom-com
but you would
guy.
like it. I watched it
Okay.
with a bunch of my like guy friends. I don't know.
Okay,
It's fun.
that's
they
fair.
liked it.
It's a great movie.
Our next theme of movies is going to be movies that give you a good cry, but I'm crazy and I don't really cry at movies because, I mean, I can't get over the fact that, like, I'm watching something fictional. So I can't, like, I don't cry at that many movies.
See, I'm the opposite, and I only have emotional attachment to fictional characters, and I myself am emotionless. So I tend to, you know, like if a family member dies, I laugh at it. I don't cry. Okay, so that's not bad. Probably shouldn't. I love my family, but like I can't cry about that. I have issues. Okay, so anyway.
Casey, what's a movie that gives you a good cry?
But I cry in movies.
Wow, okay. A movie that gives me a good cry is probably Inside Out. Spoiler alert, when Bing Bong dies, part of me died inside. I think I went through a box of tissues
think I just
alone,
died.
and I think Audrey just died.
Because it's about like your inner child.
Which I can't grow up. I have a really hard time with that.
Yeah, so your Bing Bong will never die.
Oh my
Okay,
God. So
okay.
it's living
Anyways,
in all of us.
on the topic of Inside Out, let's talk about some of our favorite kid movies. Because I don't know about you guys, but I still love kid movies.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Like some Pixar movies aren't even kids movies. Like
No.
I would argue that they're
Agreed.
just PG movies
Agreed.
for adults.
Yeah, like my parents definitely, when I was watching them, they would sit along and actually enjoy what we were watching.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I have like 3.
Okay.
Like
Oh.
if I were to rank
Okay,
them.
big 3.
Number 3, How to Train Your Dragon. Number 2, Kung Fu Panda.
Classic.
And number 1, Ratatouille.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Love Ratatouille.
I feel like you can't love kids movies and not love Ratatouille.
I agree.
Did you ever think like Ratatouille was real? Because I like honestly at a point thought like, you know, you could get like an animal and
Oh, like that someone could do that.
someone
Yeah,
could do
I
that.
did think
yeah.
that. Like I didn't think that like that was a true story.
Yeah,
That's
no.
a little crazy.
Yeah.
But
Well, we established that already.
We
That's
established
so
that
amazing.
Yeah.
Casey, what about you?
So for me, it's High School Musical through and through. All 3 of those movies, if I were to rank them, it would be the third one is the best, the second one is number 2, and 1 is probably the worst just because of the acting, but I could switch 2 and 1 if you wanted to debate it. I could be okay with that. But they combine my 2 favorite things, basketball, because obviously it was baller, and theater, because I'm a closeted theater kid. I never did it, but I loved it so much. And
You can tell.
they shaped my personality.
Yeah.
shaped my personality.
Same with Troy Bolton. Shaped my childhood.
I'm Team Sharpay. Sharpay was right. for
I'm
Troy.
also Team Sharpay.
I mean, think about
Growing
it.
up is realizing that Sharpay is a boss.
Right.
She's
Yeah.
a boss.
Sharpay gave this man connections.
Yeah,
And
networking.
what's her name? What's the other girl's name?
Gabriella.
Gabriella just sat there and cried. That's all she did. She sat there and cried.
Clearly, like,
And then
forgettable.
She did go to
Sharpay-
Stanford
Sharpay
early
was
for
working.
pre-law.
Actually, in, like, real life, right?
But anyway, I could quote that movie top to bottom.
Anyways, let's move on to movies that are like low-key bad.
Yeah.
Like objectively, they're not great movies, but like you either don't care or you either love the fact that
You
they
can
are
fight
bad.
for the movie.
Yeah, you can fight for the movie even though it's not great. Audrey,
Oh my gosh.
take us away.
So I would have to say I love scary movies, but I also think that the reason I don't get scared at them is because they're so unrealistic.
True.
Like they're so unrealistic. I'm like, there's clearly a man behind that door. Why are you going there? Why are you
Right.
going in the
And
dark,
then-
scary basement
And
where
then
you hear a
they would
creak?
make a joke about it.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, nothing could possibly
Yeah,
be down
yeah, and
there.
then scary
Peak
movie
comedy.
is like
Right.
nothing, and then there's like this scary guy. Yeah, it's hilarious because
Yeah.
it's just making fun of stuff that's so unrealistic.
I love Scary Movie 5, the newest one with Mac
Oh,
Miller,
yeah,
Snoop
yeah,
Dogg.
yeah.
It's got that cabin in
Gotta
the
love
woods
it.
scene. They also have the joke where it's like, what's that movie about the cabin in the woods? And then the guy goes, it's cabin in the woods. And then he goes, no, the movie about the cabin in the woods. I love that joke.
Classic.
Yeah, classic
You
joke.
love quoting things.
I do.
Yeah.
Also,
So
fun
do
fact,
I.
Audrey on this wrote down Tommy Boy, which is just not a bad movie.
Okay, it's because my family, whenever like me and my uncle would sit down to watch it, they'd be like, "How could you ever watch that? Like, it's such a bad movie." And I'm like, "It is not a bad movie. It's amazing."
Exactly. So why did you write it down under the category that says movies that are actually
yeah.
bad,
Because
but you
my
defend
family
them?
made me feel like it was a bad movie.
Tommy Boy objectively is one of the greatest movies
It's
of all time.
great.
It's
I
a
will
great
defend
movie.
it, and I'm glad I have people to defend it. Mom, listen to this.
All right, our last topic of movies is your go-to I need a laugh movie. Casey, take us away.
It's obviously Step Brothers.
Mhm.
I mean,
Classic.
it's so stupid. It's hilarious.
Did you touch my drum set?
Obviously.
Obviously.
And the Catalina wine mixer, I mean, come on.
Great.
It's
so
just,
great.
It's peak comedy.
Yeah.
And if I'm gonna watch it with anyone, I'm gonna watch it with my dad.
Yes.
Everyone else
My
in
dad loves the
in my
movie too.
house thinks it's probably the dumbest movie ever created,
Yeah.
but me and my dad will belly laugh the whole time.
Exactly. Audrey, you have a couple movies written down here.
Yeah,
I
just
want
a
you.
few.
I want you to pick one.
One.
I want you to pick
Sure about
one
that?
of these movies.
Okay, so obviously we have to go with Dirty Grandpa, Central Intelligence, and The Starving Games because they're all just so funny.
I love that one movie.
Dirty Grandpa, love Robert De Niro. How could you complain? Central Intelligence, Kevin Hart, and The Rock, hilarious. The Starving Games, it's just a play on the Hunger Games. Honestly, hilarious.
Those are some pretty funny movies. I can't lie.
Yeah.
My personal go-to I need a laugh movie is called The Nice Guys. It's got Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe. It's like a buddy cop movie, but okay. It takes place. I'm not sure. I think it's the 80s. I think.
I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
It's definitely a long time ago, but it's so funny. Ryan Gosling is so funny.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe's character, like, he doesn't really do comedies. He does a lot more serious movies, but he is so funny.
yeah.
He is so funny in
into
this
it.
movie. I love it. If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
And if you need a laugh, you should watch
Yeah,
all
if
these
you need
movies.
if you need a laugh, watch all these movies. All right.
Alrighty.
Enough movie talk. That's our show. Thank you so much for tuning into the Upbeat.
We hope we were able to spread some positive vibes your way.
I'm Audrey Sigler.
I'm Casey Lang.
And I'm Owen Taylor. Have a great day.